This person is being causing so much issues, so much lies, so much bad lies. And it's bringing me down and it's bringing Dustin down. And all I do, I sit here and I think about that. What can I do to get it better? And what I do, I just pray and I cry. I feel all alone sometimes. I feel like somebody don't want to talk to me. But thank the Lord I have friends to talk to, and I thank the Lord I have a husband that's standing right beside me that I can talk to, and my Uncle Jimmy. Because you don't know my life. But I might go in Walmart and I might have a smile on my face, but you don't know what kind. You don't know how I'm dealing with my smile. I might have dressy clothes on and everything, but my mind tells me I'm not good enough very much anymore because the pain I lived in my past and the brokenness I'm living in my past and my before. I try to heal my brokenness every day. Listen to religious songs. Listen to the preachers and everything, and look at the great memories memories of pictures of me and Dustin went back so much further and everything. And when somebody brings you down so bad and everything, you forget that past. And I hate to see this, but I told Dustin, I said, I hope you don't hurt your feelings. But it made me cry when we watched our wedding video because I don't remember that woman. Because that woman right there was very heavy. Got put down so bad that day that she didn't even feel like walking down the aisle to marry her true love. So you got to realize you're hurting somebody you really love. Don't hurt them because they got feelings too. It don't matter if they didn't turn out right. You still love them anyway. You show their love. Because my mama never gave up on me. My uncle never gave up on me. And Dustin never gave up on me. And my friends out here never give up on me. But I had so many people gave up on me and judged me all of my life. And I just want to say here, I love you. And I show the love like my mama showed love and everything. And I just want to tell you all, don't believe the stories of what's going on behind closed doors.
And should you hear somebody saying these rumors that I'm doing these things to Amy, I'd appreciate it if you would reach out to me, whether it be through Facebook Messenger, text message, whatever it is. Let me know who it is. Let me know what they're saying, because this stuff has got to end. There's only so much garbage that I will allow to be said about me before I start losing some things. I don't want to get to that point. When it first starts, nibbing in the butt then. Because if it gets too big of a molehill and it starts turning into a mountain, that's when the bulldozers are called in. And I don't want it to get to there.
I love you too, Mary. And I love every one of y'all.
I don't know who's still watching. I see that it says we have 2 viewers. So
3, babe.
You are counted as a viewer.
Oh, okay.
You're viewing yourself on your own.
Okay. But I'm just going to tell you something. Dustin, I'm just going to tell everyone. That was my baby girl. I'm going to tell you all. When Dustin came in my life, I didn't feel like that I was going to find a good man in my life. Because I felt worthless. I felt ashamed. I felt no good at all. And I know people say, oh, you don't need to put this on Facebook. Well, maybe I need to tell somebody on Facebook, because since somebody might be dealing with the same issues and they can't get out of it. Trust me, honey, both of y'all can get out of it. There is no man bigger than God can get you through this.
There ain't no man even comes close to being up to God.
And if a man, I'm going to tell you about this. When Dustin came in my life, oh, I was scared. I was scared to let him walk in the door. I was scared of him holding my hand, putting his arm around me, because I was sassy. I had a sassy mouth. And I still have a sassy mouth.
That's not changed in all these years.
But this man here wouldn't. He don't even want to kill a snake. He don't like even kill things.
Well, now when it comes to killing snakes, I can kill them all day long. But rabbits, those kind of things. Now, like raccoons and stuff are beautiful, but they could move far away, and I don't want to kill them.
And a skunk? Let me tell you about this.
Now, the skunk is a sad story because it ran out in front of me and I couldn't get out of its way, and I run over the poor little fellow. That's a whole different thing there. That's an accidental death. I'm talking about deliberately going kaboomy on one. No, not going to do it.
But he's kind of man that he's loving, kind, sweet.
I love all of God's little creatures to a point.
He's a fluffy pookie bear. That's what I call him. When we start dating, he called me Buttercup, and I called him Pookie Bear, Fluffy Pookie Bear. And he said, "Why do you want me to call you Fluffy Pookie Bear?" I said, "Well, look it up." So he looked it up, and there's different things he looked up, but some things he looked up wrong. But he looked it up, and he said, "Fluffy Pookie Bear is a sweet, loving creature that is fluffy and."
Let me pull up the Urban Dictionary website.
But anyway, what I'm trying to say, when you have a good man in your life, that man is going to worship the ground you walk on. And I know I'm not looking at looking here. I'm looking right right on the 10 Commandments. And he is going to worship the ground you walk on. He's going to love you. He's going to protect you. He's going to be with you. He's going to stand his grounds with you. And he's going to love you. And he's not going to look at other women. He's going to look at you. And that is a man. And some people say, "Well, I like men do this. No. I want a man that's going to love me for who I am. Not to going to... Now, I'm going to tell you, everyone. I was a heavy-set woman. Did he care? No, he didn't. He couldn't focus watching because, and I was both way and everything. I wanted a heavy-set man when I got him, I wanted a heavy-set man because I told my mama when she was around, I told her I wanted a heavy-set man. And she said, "Well, honey, if you don't get you a heavy-set man," and listen to this, if you don't get you a heavy-set man, your cooking will put some weight on that man. And he be fat as a little butterball. And so when I first met Dustin, he weighed probably about... Dustin, I'm talking to you. How much you first weighed?
About 275, roughly.
And then when I met him, he went up to the scale and everything. Very heavy.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't lose weight because of him. I lost weight of my gallbladder, my gastritis, and my esophagus. That's how I lost weight. Here. Dustin, I gotta go.
But as she was saying, scam calls, you gotta love them. But I've got the thing up for that now, and I'm going to read it. So here we go. Let me change the scenes here. A Pookie Bear. This would in fact be a pet name for someone you love or show affection for. It is the most loving creature known to man, and no one can fully describe how incredible they are. Most found in the wild have strange affinities for bad fashion, yellow hats. I don't do that. Star Wars. I like Star Wars. Besides other quirks such as getting lost and rambling. I don't do that.
He get lost a lot.
The Pookie Bear is actually most charming. He is often known to be a feet sweeper, an angel, a prince, and a blessing. In rare circumstances, he will utter words such as a snoogal, a woogie, making the one he tells it to vow to never utter such words to him in a public setting. He is known to sometimes bear candy and flowers. He is always appears with a smile on his face. The Pookie Bear is known to be a complete gentleman at all times, no matter what the circumstances. He's sincere and compassionate with a gentle heart and unshakable love for others. Many times the Pookie Bear will give giant bear hugs to show its appreciation and affection. They're usually found with big blue eyes. If you can't tell, these are blue. Poofy brown hair. And one of the signature traits of the Pookie Bear is its immersed love for 70s fashion. I don't know what 70s say. Though repulsive and at times frightening, those 70 traits can usually be outweighed by the Pookie Bear's love. At times he can be clumsy, mistaking his fingers for carrots, or somehow causing himself to leak. Don't do that. He's hardworking and diligent, never letting a task end until it has reached perfection. He gives himself daily, always putting others far before himself, and he often can render you breathless simply by catching your eye. In all documented cases, he is known to win the very heart of those he loves. They are sought after and considered precious to all who know and encounter them. There is no dollar amount set on a Pookie Bear, for they are priceless. A few words of advice. If you ever happen to find one, never let them go. They will be the greatest blessing that you ever received. And I do not know who made this post on Urban Dictionary, but this description is dead on.
So
switching back to
anyway, I just want to jump on here. We both want to jump on here and tell everyone this is how we feel, and we might be jabbing, but I want to tell everyone, if you hear somebody talking about me, get a hold of Dustin, because I want to end of the talking about bad about me, because they're talking bad about Dustin, they're talking bad about me, there's rumors going on, and it's just the enemy fighting over us.
It's the devil trying to take what God is working in our lives and crush it down. And I've prayed about it, and what's been put on my heart is to let God handle everything that's going on. But when you hear, hey, so-and-so was saying this about you, or hey, we heard so-and-so was saying this about you, or hey, why are you doing this to Amy? And I'm looking at him like, what are you talking about? Those kind of things make you feel insecure about yourself, because you know you're not doing this. Amy knows I'm not doing this, because God forbid I do something like that to her. Not only would she blunder me about the head, Jimmy would blunder me about the head, and a few others I know from where I work would blunder me about the head mercilessly. I may not even survive getting blundered. That's how bad it is. But it's to the point that I have to say something. I cannot hold it in anymore. And I pray to whoever is saying these. I know where a number of them is coming from, but I don't know all of them. I know where some of them is. I hope that your eyes be opened and your ears clear of all the negative that's in your mind, and that you come to an understanding. If you don't know for a fact, proven, if you can't take your knowledge and go into a court of law and make and prove that this is done, then it cannot be proven. Don't mention it. I have a screwdriver. Yes, it's an odd place for a screwdriver to be laying on a keyboard, but I have a screwdriver. It is a fact. I have the screwdriver in my hand. I can prove it because it's here. I could, right now, a viewer can't say there's a screwdriver on that keyboard. They don't see it. There's no proof that that screwdriver is still on that keyboard, even though it is. The proof, please, if you're going to say that I'm doing something, please give me proof that I'm doing it. Because I'm tired of accusations. I'm tired of lies. I'm tired of being put down. I'm tired of being shoved through the bottom.
And another thing,
Before we get off of here,
when I just told everything, told half of the things what happened to me with my ex, don't judge me. Don't put me down and everything, because you ain't walked in my shoes. And there's a lot of people out here is dealing with a lot of issues worse than mine. Don't put them down, because once you put somebody else's down, let me tell you something. You're putting yourself down first, because when you start judging somebody, what kind of life they lived in, you're judging somebody's life, because you're going through more than anybody else.
there was once a while back, I made the mistake of trying to approach something. And before I approached it, I did research. But my research was flawed. And it was how to approach someone without judging them. But my research was flawed. So when I did approach this person with that, the way I approached it was judgmental. And now I know that before I can judge this phone, I've got to judge myself. Well, I'm about to throw everything away. I can't judge Amy until I judge myself. Hello, Lisa. Before I can judge somebody, I've got to judge myself. As it says in the Bible, translated, before you can see clearly pull the splinter out of your brother's eye, you need to pull the branch out of your own eye. So if I have a big old branch stuck in my eye, how am I going to see to pull a splinter out of your eye? So anybody who wants to say, "Hey, I'm doing you're doing this to your wife," or "Hey, you're doing this to her," please don't, because all you're doing is causing pain and suffering, depression and anxiety to build. Lord knows there's enough of that going around, and we don't need no more of it. Do you have anything to say before we go?
But I just want to tell everyone that I love you all. And when you hear a lot of rumors going on about me, don't believe them, because they're not true. I'm a loving person. And I got a big, big heart. A big heart. And when somebody puts me down and cause a lot of issues and everything, you should walk in my shoes. Because I've been hurt all my life. Since I was a child. And since when I was with my ex. And now people's telling rumors about me now. And it's put me down to the lower ground. That I don't feel good enough about myself anymore. And I got to build myself up every single day. And
that's true, Lisa. Very true.
And always remember, when I sing that song, I'm not alone, and hold on to me, because sometimes I feel like I'm all alone. I really do. Because you don't have very much family members. I have an uncle. It's like a daddy to me. And I have a sister out there that I pray every day that she gets close to me, but she walked away from me. And I pray for her to get close to me again. And I pray every day that this person out here, and I know who she is, and I'm not going to mention her name, but she needs prayers. And if I was her, I would never say something harm to hurt somebody, to break somebody down and put somebody down to the ground and everything, because when you feel like that, that's all you study about. Why somebody put you down and you're not good enough and everything. You go out in public and you try to have a smile on your face and you try to be happy and stuff, but you see other stuff going on around you and everything. Kids crying. Kids want stuff and everything. I don't want no stuff, tell you the truth. I want somebody to just love me and love me for who I am inside out. Not to judge me and not to put me down all my life and everything, because I've been put down all my life. When I first met Dustin and stuff, it was so much painful and heartaches and everything. But I'm not going to go to all of it and everything, because I'm ashamed of what happened in my past, in my ex-past. God knows what happened. Dustin don't know what happened. My uncle don't know what happened. But I'm ashamed. And I told Dustin a little bit today. And I told my uncle a little bit today. Dustin was getting a kerosene heater together for this ice storm. And I pray, everyone, that we have electric and heat. And he was working on the kerosene heater.
Getting it cleaned up
and everything.
I had it apart.
And he had it apart and stuff. That didn't scare me. But when he let that flame...
To be honest, I wasn't expecting 10-year-old kerosene to still burn after this long.
When he let that flame see if it start glowing and everything, that started me.
Scared her to death.
And it scared me to death. I want to tell y'all why I'm scared of fire. Why I'm scared of fire? My ex-husband. He burnt me with a cigarette lighter. He, going down the road and everything, he flicked cigarette ashes on me, tried to burn me. And he tried to catch the house on fire one night with anything he could get his hands on. I'm scared of fire. And he burnt me so much on my body that nobody could even looked at it and everything, because I was ashamed. And he set my clothes on fire. And when I went camping with him a long time ago and everything, and I tried to be close to the camping ground of the little fire pit. He would try to push me into that fire pit with that fire. And if I started a little fire and everything, like, because I was used with my mama and everything, we used to like burn garbage and everything. And at that moment, I never did. I could stand fire, but now I can't stand fire because of my bad past. And he did so much pain to me that I'm scared of fire. I'm scared little flicks. Another thing, I'm scared pocket knives. There's so much went on in my past that anybody would sit down a day and I could talk all day and tell you about it and everything, you would probably just cry your eyes out. And it hurt me so bad that I dealt with that. And I know there's a lot of people out here dealing with it till today, of these sorry men and everything. And they ain't men, they're little boys and they're cowards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that statement wholeheartedly.
I will tell you more, but I will tell you what kind of people they are, what my mama would say, but I'm going to not say
Those
that.
words aren't suitable.
Them words ain't suitable. But but I'm just going to tell y'all, anything scares me really quick.
She likes his last comment. You can see it bigger on the screen over there.
But I just want to tell y'all, it's hard kind of life that I lived in, and there's a lot of people out there that's living in a hard life. But I'm just going to tell you something. Don't listen to the men tells you that you can't eat and you can't do this and you can't do that and everything. Get out of that.
Yep.
Just get out of that and everything. Kick them dang hoot 'em. That's what I'm going to call it, hoot 'em, out that dang door with your foot and kick them out to the dang door. And Mama would say other words, but I'm not saying that. I got to hold my tongue. But I'm glad that I don't have a man that does not do that, because Dustin does not do that. I warned him. When he first met me, I warned him that he ever did that things what my ex did, he would be out the door with orange skillet on top of his head.
But the thing she's told me that he's done is appalling.
So I had so much pain, and I'm thankful the Lord I'm sitting here, because I don't have very many people to talk to get through what happened to me with my ex and the flashbacks and everything, but I deal with it every day to not think about that. But when people throws it in my face what kind of person Dustin is, and he's doing things like my ex, he's not doing nothing like that. Nothing at all.
The worst thing I do is play a video game every now and again. That's the worst thing I do.
But you got to understand, I'm tired of the lies. I'm tired
Thank you, Lisa.
I'm tired of the lies. I'm tired of people putting me down constantly. I am a good person. I'm a loving person. I would do anybody. I would help anybody in need. If they are hungry, if they're cold, I help you anyway. That's the kind of person I am. That's what kind of person my mama raised me. And that's what God wanted me to do, is help one another and love one another. People needs a lot of prayers. This time of day, life is too short to argue all the time. And I know I'm getting on here and I'm spreading my life, what happened to me in my past. Don't judge me because I've been married before, because I don't call that marriage, because what kind of life I lived in.
Or the circumstances regarding how that came to be. I don't consider that a marriage. If it ain't in the heart, I don't consider it marriage.
But don't judge me. Don't judge Dustin and everything, because he married me and I've been married before. Don't judge that. When you start judging people, you're looking down on yourself. That's how I feel. Pray for one another. Don't judge nobody. That life's too short to argue, to hate everybody and everything. I'm praying for this person. Do I hate them? I hate their actions, but I'm still praying for them, and I want them change. They might hate what I'm saying on Facebook or me or Dustin. I don't care, but I am trying to get to the point. I'd rather
somebody tell me the truth and it hurt than for them to tell me a lie and a facade and something bad happen.
But I'm done with the drama, and I love you all.
And thank y'all for listening to our ramblings. That's why I've got this particular channel set up, even though it's all on the same thing. Dustin's discussion is when there's something on my mind that I need to get off of it. That's why I've got it set up.
I love to sing. I love to cook. And Dustin tells me all the time, honey, when I work at Walmart and everything, people comes up to me and tells me, I'm coming home with you tonight and everything to see what your wife's going to cook.
I had one man.
Trust me.
He was waiting at the front door when I left. I had to do some fancy driving around the town and lose him.
Trust me, I will cook for you. If you're hungry and if you want to try my food, come on down. Doors always open. I will feed anybody. That's what my mama say.
Be careful with that. You may have an army show up tomorrow.
But I would feed. I would feed anybody. I would feed anybody, and I love. Listen to this. I love to make candy and cookies and pies.
I think I'm gonna have to set up a new channel.
I love to do that. But
Amy's cooking special or something like that.
But I'm just want to get on here. Me and Dustin want to explain what was going on, and we've been down a lot. And
I can only stay on the road for so long, Lisa.
Did you just did what I thought you did?
What are you talking about?
Farting.
Maybe this one did.
But this here, the man I love and everything, he's a farting boy.
Hey, some of that's your own advice too.
Well,
I mean, our first date was pretty gassy, and it wasn't coming from me.
Yeah, you thought it was a sewer pipe.
I did think it was a sewer pipe because every time we go down in the valley, come up out of the valley, it'd clear up, go back down in the valley again.
But I told him when we was making a video, and I messed up on the video, I pushed the wrong button. But I told him, and I know some people works at Walmart, and they see this all the time. And I told him, I said, honey, you need to get some longer shirts because nobody wants to see your crack. Because one of these days, the older lady's going to come up there, and she probably can't able to see. And she's probably going to use a credit card.
Some women, Lisa, some women.
She's going
this one over here, it's full-fledged.
And what's going to happen is that older woman that I'm not talking about older people, but I see it on Facebook a lot. And what they're going to do and everything, they're going to run up to you and everything, and your rear end is shining, really shining, and they're going to use that credit card to go up and down.
All they're going to do is get brown on it. Chompy's like, what's going over here? I just want to snuggle up in some arms.
But we love each other, and we laugh and everything, and we have good days, and we
we get irritated at each other? She's probably more irritated at me than I am of her.
We have good days, and we have bad days, like everybody else does. But I love to aggravate him, and he loves to aggravate me and stuff.
That's part of life. That's the good times right there.
And I'm going to tell you something. How many men out here will go in Victoria's Secret with y'all, with me, and pick out something? Because I'm going to tell you something. Dustin, I could not believe. Yes, I talk a lot.
No, he yawned.
Oh. So, one thing, I told Dustin, I said, you need, and I tell him.
The audience is seeing you through that screen right there.
Okay.
Not over in the door.
I told Dustin and everything, I said, you need to be measured. And he said, huh? I said, next time when I go in to Victoria's Secret, you need to be measured. You know how he wears his skin-tight shirt and his breast sticks out? He needs to be measured.
I ain't wearing no bra.
Well, you don't have to wear a bra, but I want to know what size you really are because you got big.
When I was like 6 or 7, we went into old Walmart. They had this big square thing right there in the door. I know it's a dump bin now, but back then I didn't know what it was. My grandma, bless her soul, being death. It was full of bras. 6-year-old me. She walks up. Her death, squeaky voice. I can still hear it ring through that old Walmart today. Do they have a 50? Embarrassment meter shattered right then and there.
So when we go in the store, and he don't do it in Walmart, he does it in other stores, everyone. He does it in stores, in different stores. Like we go in, like, Walmart and everything, and he says, honey, look at this look at these panties and everything. And I said, yeah. And he said, you would like to get something like this, wouldn't you? And I said, honey, that is size like about a small or medium. I said, my big rear end wouldn't
catch. They make them in those sizes, by the way.
Well, you can get in those sizes and everything.
I wear a 44 in pants. I don't think I'm getting anything other than a 2XL.
And let me tell you something else. When you tell your husband another thing that their pants is fixing to burst and they're fixing to wear out, and they tell you,
I want to get my penny's worth.
yeah, he wants to get his penny's worth. All right,
I'm going to say it like Steve Harvey does sometimes. I get right up in the microphone and get my penny's worth.
So what he does when he wears his pants and everything, he calls me one day and he says, honey, when he's at Walmart working, he calls me and he tells me, he said, you know what? I said, what? He said, I should listen to you. I said, why is that? He said, I blowed my pants out. Yeah, he blowed his pants out. Well, why did you call me? Why did you not listen to me and everything? Why did you not bring you an extra pair of pants, put them in a car, and he said, I don't know how I'm going to get them and everything because I blowed my pants out. Well, put you, like what my memo would say, put you a shirt around where you blowed your pants out, and when you do that, then you go get you a pair of pants. But he won't do that and everything. But
if I pay $20 for a pair of pants, I want to get $20 worth of use out of a pair of pants.
But
every thread's worth.
But he tells me that I love to let some farts off and everything. But when I go down the road, I kind of try to make my little gassy, little quiet ones, but they mostly stand out really, really loud and everything because
there's nothing quiet about that tush of yours, my honey.
Well, they're quiet now. They ain't loud like they was.
No, sorry, Chomp. You gotta get down for this one. Sorry. So used to it was. That's what it used to be. Now it's just. Yeah. Used to you had about a half a second of warning before the smell hit because you hear the. Now it's just.
Now, when he eats some kind of food that he don't like to eat, he makes a face like a little baby. See?
I think the microphone hit that.
And now, I'm going to tell you something else. He tells me I buy like Granny, his grandma and everything. When there's when they got a good deal going on, like a good sale and stuff, I wipe it out.
Dollar store. Example.
Dollar store.
27 boxes of candy canes.
But guess what?
They was a nickel a piece.
What do you expect? And I got them for a good friend of mine. So
27 boxes.
And I got to mail them next
plus
week.
Other nickel accessories on the same shelf.
But you can't beat that price. You got to, and plus they want to get rid of them.
I ain't gonna say nothing about it, but 27 boxes.
I love getting cheap stuff.
All right, calm down.
But anyway, when we get on here, we be ourselves. And I just want to tell everybody, just be yourself, laugh, giggle, do whatever you got to do and make yourself happy. And always remember you're beautiful inside and out. And don't let anybody tell you you're not. You are beautiful inside out, and God made you for who you are.
Mm.
And
I can't disagree with that at all.
So I just want to tell y'all that I love y'all. Yes. I keep you in prayers, and I'm praying for you right now. Before we get off,
prayer before we leave. Yes.
Dear Lord, Heavenly Father, pray that you watch over everyone tonight. Pray for us. Pray for everyone. Keep this weather safe, that we keep the electric, and
keep the travelers safe as they're on the road, because I'm already seeing stuff on Facebook about long lines of pile-ups down in Missouri. Be with everyone, Lord.
And, Lord, just keep my anxiety down and keep everybody in your prayers tonight, that they keep warm, and pray that we have electric and water and heat, and pray the electric won't go off. Lord, just be with everybody. Keep everybody safe, and Lord, just show everybody that you love and you care, and Lord, just guide us and take good care of us. Guide us and take good care of us in Jesus' name. Love you all. Bye.
Y'all have a good night.
And tomorrow we will probably sing tomorrow.
We'll probably sing tomorrow night. Yeah.
If the lector's on. Pray with the lector's on.
But if we're in the middle of singing and suddenly it goes off, and after about 40 seconds we don't come back on, it's permanently off.
If y'all want us to sing tonight, just tell us.
If you want to hear some songs, just make some comments there.
If you want us to sing tonight, just put some comments.
Everybody says sing. All right. One momento. And now we're on the right screen.
Okay, Lisa, I was going to ask you, what is your favorite song of religious? And Mary Haynes, I know what your song is.
Alrighty, let's get this set up and convert it over. One moment. Hello.
I'm going to go get me some apple juice, and I'll be right back.
All right. While I'm getting this, waiting for this to pull up, please name a song you would love to hear us sing. And I would do my keeps doing this, but every so often it just